Did your elementary school teacher ever make you go and stand in the corner when all you were doing was trying to speak the truth? Is Barack Obama secretly Hawaiian? Are the Church of Scientology secretly trying to take over your town? Do the Jews secretly control the Israeli government? Don't get cold feet just yet, because it's always 90 degrees here in the conspiracy corner. Or at least that's what they want you to think.
Mystery chemical. Everything nice and everything spice. The professor didn't know what he was doing, but on that fateful day, he came with 3 girls, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. All thanks to the special ingredient. Brett, what was that special ingredient?
Georgia,
the jungle, friends with you and me. Yeah, George.
some English dude found the planet Uranus.
Uranus.
He wanted to call it George
Why?
because the King of England was named George.
Go fuck himself. It wasn't a good king. He was a shitty king.
Well, they call it Uranus instead.
Well, that...
One of them makes school kids laugh a lot harder.
I'm not going to lie. That's probably a good indicator.
Although, can you imagine if it was Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, George?
I'd probably look at you real fucking funny.
It's a mild fucking polite giggle, but it's not a Uranus kind of laugh. No.
No, Uranus. No, we're talking about the fabled Planet X here
Right.
on the
Before
Conspiracy Corner.
Pluto was demoted, they were looking for a 10th planet. Or in the...
Ooh!
So X not only means 10 in Latin, but also...
Bullshit.
Unknown in algebra.
Nah. Fake news.
So,
X just means try again.
they've kept an eye out for another planet, you know. It's a pretty good feather in your cap to find another planet to get to name it and shit. Go down in history and shit. But what, as man on street, would you do if they found Planet 10?
What would I do if they found Planet 10?
Planet X, Planet 10?
Nothing. I would just say, hey, Lamau, and just go about my fucking, business. But I don't think it's not Planet 10. It's the idea that for, I don't know, at least the last 10 years, they've dismantled the idea of Pluto. We just recently recorded our Pluto episode, and we go into depth about what that is, pop culture references, yada yada yada. It's the idea that, oh, hey, you are now talking about Planet X. We are talking about this 10th planet. We're talking about how fuck Pluto. Now this 10th planet exists. It's here. And how would anybody be able to fucking find it when it's so fucking far away? Like, we're not even, like, the idea of a light year, like a sheer distance of a light year, is so, like, astronomically, like, difficult to comprehend. And you have to think about it in time. Like, 1 light year is, if you had, like, a space drive and you went 1 light year, what? That's like 10 years or some shit. Is that right?
What was that?
If you go 1 light year, what is the time frame to cover that distance?
Well, it depends how fast you're moving.
Well, okay. What's the general accepted amount, common day speed? Would take me 100 years?
Let's see.
No. It would take longer.
It would take the space shuttle about 3,000 years to cover 1 light year.
Oh, good for that. My general fucking thing here is that we sit here and we talk about Planet X. We're talking about this orbital body, something that is in the solar system, and we're just trying to like comprehend the sheer volume of what this thing
it is
and how far away it is.
Even in our solar system, Planet X would still be mind-bogglingly far away.
And how in the sun's gravitational reach would reach that? Like that far out? I'm not even sure I can comprehend mentally what that distance would be.
From a high school level Newtonian physics perspective, everything in the universe touches each other gravitationally, just very faintly.
Yeah, but enough to where it's actually like, oh my god, it's a 10th planet. Because the only reason why the Earth is orbiting around the sun is because the sun is massive and has a gravitational pull. And the Earth has its own pull for the moon, and yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So it's like the idea of Planet X is just so arbitrary, like obtuse to me.
Floated the idea of the brown dwarf.
The what?
They floated the idea of something bigger than Jupiter but smaller than a star. Something that's able to clump together a whole bunch of gas out in space but not quite big enough to light it up like a star.
Okay.
They floated the idea that space may be full of brown dwarfs, but we've yet to find any really close to the solar system. Although if one was sort of hanging out in the neighborhood of the sun, it may qualify as Planet X. But at that point, if it's so close to being a star, if it's giving off more heat than it soaks in, maybe it's a star in its own right. Maybe it makes the sun a binary system, a double star system, instead of just Planet 10, you know?
Well,
anyways, they found a whole bunch of shit out beyond Pluto, but they said it was small and didn't really dominate its orbit, and sort of crossed over Neptune in weird places, and didn't really amount to a whole lot. It amounted to so little, all this fascinating discovery of a whole bunch of bullshit in our neighborhood.
Okay.
They demoted Pluto, but it would be a whole lot more relevant if Planet 10 were going to destroy the Earth as we know
it. Is it?
It would be.
It'd be more entertaining, that's for sure.
Conspiracy theorists have floated the idea that such a Planet 10, or as they like to call it, Nibiru, may be on a very parabolic course that likes to hang out way out deep in space and then zoom towards the inner solar system, towards the sun, and then back out again. And that the interference of such a gravitational body passing close to Earth might cause all sorts of fucking chaos on Earth. That it might cause shit like continents to move around, like asteroids and comets to hit and bullshit.
Well, okay, so is Planet X a actual thing, or is it debunked?
Well,
I mean, obviously we don't know.
Planet X is a hypothetical thing.
Oh.
You know, if they found something that was a 10th planet, then a 10th planet it would be. But hyping up the existence of such a thing remains a conspiracy. They've had a couple of folks over at some university jump up and down and say, oh, we've mathematically found that something could exist out there, right? I forget their names, I forget the paper.
I forget the reputable source that I could link here, but at some point the raccoons or the interns will tell us. And if not, fact check us in the comments.
And the FTC won't let me be, but...
yeah, fuck those people.
Now, the interesting conspiracy theory, the humanities side, is the Nibiru cataclysm. Is the idea that such a planetoid is going to zoom real close to the Earth and cause the end of the world as we know it.
It's the end of the world as we know it. You ever watched Chicken Little?
Unfortunately, I did.
It's a good fucking movie. You don't agree? Oh.
Every adult with half a brain will tell you that Chicken Little is a bad movie.
Well, okay, and...
You and I watched Chicken Little as malformed, maladjusted children raised by raccoons and said, oh, wow, this is fun, interesting character design in a delightful 3D animated world. This is a fun and good movie. I can sit here in rapt attention for 90 minutes and walk away satisfied.
Look, man, it was a fun movie, and I liked it.
I liked it as a malformed, maladjusted 6-year-old, and I'm sure you did too. And I'm sure if you watched it...
Maybe when I got older.
I'm sure if you watched it 20 years later, you would also say, wow, this is fucking shit.
Okay, so Planet X is fake news, been confirmed, although mathematically could exist. We don't know whether we can get your hands or eyes on it due to the fact that it's in space past Pluto. And from the early 2000s to 2015, it took that probe to actually go and see the planet of Pluto. So even if we were to send something now, it would be like early 2030s before we actually got that confirmed. And we're not even sure if it exists based off of no celestial orbits. Right. So again, we run into the situation of we can't confirm it, but we also can't disconfirm it, right? So, again, controversy? Yes. Is this the corner that we discussed this? Yes. I don't know if I have any more thoughts on Planet X, the secret ingredient to the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. So is it impossible that another planet showed up and caused the collapse of the Mayan civilization? It's not impossible, but there isn't any evidence to say that there is. We certainly haven't found the fucking planet, and it would sure have to scoot to boogie out of telescope range.
Scoot, woogie, and boot. Find Planet X. That is your mission. Tell us in the comments what you find.
Duck Dodgers!
Until next time. Corner your controversy. Controversy your corner. This here is the conspiracy.
It's the conspiracy corner.
Are you sure it's not the controversy?
Yeah.
Your timeout is over. As the final echoes of our broadcast dissolve back into the void, you return from the Conspiracy Corner. A place not of whispers and shadows, but of reflection. Because in every tale of hidden hands and unseen forces, there lingers something far more unsettling. Not what is out there, but what lies within ourselves. And one final thought to carry with you back into that darkness. That federal agents are like opinions. Everybody has one, and they all stink.